Hey, side here. What if there was a European Super League featuring all of the best teams in the top 6 divisions of Europe, fighting it out week in, week out to become the true champion of Europe? Well, I've got Football Manager 17 here, and we're gonna put this experiment to the test. As you can see on the left, I've picked out my selection of the top 20 teams in Europe currently. So Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, Arsenal, AS Monaco, Barcelona, Bayern, Chelsea, Dortmund, Porto, Inter Milan, Juventus, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Napoli, PSG, Real Madrid, the Europa League Kings of Europa, Sevilla, Benfica and Tottenham in there as well. The top teams from the top 6 divisions. I was considering throwing in CSKA or Spartak or Ajax, but I think that their squads are not quite there yet to compete with these boys over here. We are gonna simulate a full season, see which teams are gonna win this, which ones are gonna get relegated, who will qualify for the Champions League. Speaking of the Champions League, most of these teams are also competing in Europe from their previous countries where they've participated in, so they will be competing on all fronts like they would normally be. We're in England, so there's 2 cups to be won here, the EFL Cup and the Emirates Cup, the Arsenal Trophy. So we'll see if Arsenal can win the Arsenal Trophy even in a European Super League. The FA Cup is something that has got an air of romance about it, so maybe we'll have an upset or two coming up. So first things first, the squads are standard from FM 2017, and we will skip to the 1st or the 3rd of September just to be safe that we're out of the transfer window, and see if anyone has bought anyone interesting. So we shall be right back. It's the 3rd of September and we're back. The transfer window has slammed shut because that's the only way the transfer window closes, is to be slammed. And Harry Redknapp has obviously had his arm hanging out of his window for a couple of days now. But let's head over to the Premier League and see if anyone has done anything. And right away, 3 matches have been played. Arsenal are top currently, 3 wins from 3. And let's have a bit more of a detailed look at this. Arsenal 3 wins from 3, 1 goal conceded. At the bottom we have our Europa League champions here, Sevilla. Real Madrid currently in relegation places, Benfica, and then Dortmund. Now, at this point, I am probably going to say that out of this 20 teams, the most likely for me to win this, or the top 4, if I put it that way, I think will be Real Madrid, Juventus, Barcelona, and Manchester United. There they are. Either Manchester United or Manchester City, depending on who buys more people, because these are 2 big buying clubs in Football Manager. I can't really say that there are any teams that could spring a surprise, because these are all teams that challenge for their league. Well, apart from Sevilla maybe, that challenge for their league. So, and Liverpool, I can't really say they don't challenge for their league either. So apart from Sevilla and Liverpool, these are all teams that could win the championship. So I'm not really going to say who might or might not win it. But let's head on to the transfers and see if anyone has done anything. Man City there with Thiago Maia, Chelsea as well. Let's arrange this by fee. Yes, those are already arranged by fee, so 21 million, that's not much. Any big transfers here? No big transfers really at all. And then some players have gone out to lower league teams here in England. Obviously, the lower divisions are also benefiting now from the European Super League being hosted in England. Apart from that, there are not really anything that's really stands out here. Jose Gaya is a good catch for Chelsea, and Thiago Maia is a brilliant player on Football Manager 2017. So that is that as it stands. Arsenal are top, Real Madrid will be relegated, but this is after 3 matches. Let's skip ahead to the end of the season and see who is the true European champion. We're back. It's the 1st of June and immediately we can see that AC Milan have swapped managers, so that is not a good sign for them. Let's see what happened in the Premier League. Arsenal are the champions of Europe. That has never really happened, or that has never happened. They've been runners-up once or twice, I think twice, and they haven't exactly won the league in the last decade either. So Arsenal are the champions of Europe. Real Madrid, they came from second last and have finished second. Chelsea there in third place. Barcelona in fourth. So I'm glad that at least 2 of my predictions came in the top 4. Bayern there and Monaco. Monaco in 6th. That's quite impressive. Ahead of Man United. And then, oh my word, PSG have been relegated. Porto, that one is sort of, yeah, I would have thought that Benfica maybe would have been relegated. But Porto, Milan and PSG have been relegated and they're going to have to fight it out in the championship. Let's see if any other transfers were made. Nainggolan went to Man United. Allen, okay, he was sold. Nastasic went to Chelsea to strengthen them up. And then another one was sold, another one sold to China. And then pretty much that was it really. Liverpool bought Kolasinac, who is actually at Arsenal, but okay. So Arsenal are the ultimate champions of the European Super League. Year 1. 80 points is not that much to really, but considering there's so many strong teams in this, that's quite a good point scoring total there. Real Madrid had a very good run of form in the last 5 matches. Tried to mount a late comeback. Only a 3-point difference there, but then a giant gap to Chelsea at 61 points. And at the bottom here, 38, 37, 28. So that 40-point mark that they say is to secure yourself in the league. It holds true even in a European Super League. AC Milan didn't reach that. PSG though, what happened there? 17 losses, 60 goals conceded. That's not really that much. And goals scored 43. If you look though at the goals scored and the goals conceded, it's very, very small margins here. Let's have a look quickly at some of the matches. Yes, there are no real 4-0, 5-0 or anything like that. We've got quite a lot of low totaling matches there. That was quite a big match between Barcelona and Sevilla. But that does also tend to happen in the La Liga. There are no real big scores here. Yeah, that's quite interesting that there was one 4-0. Real Madrid beating Man United at home. But the teams don't score more than 2 goals really, or more than 3 goals. There's Chelsea beating Man City at the Etihad. But low scoring in affairs really. Not low scoring, but low scoring for each individual team. Quite interesting. The defenses have held up quite strongly. If we go into the cups, let's just click Atletico here so we can get in there. The schedule, let's see, the cups, EFL Cup. Who won the EFL Cup? Let's just go straight to the 4th round here and have a look. Barcelona and United, and then Cardiff beating Man City. So we have a non Super League team in the cup here taking a chance. QPR as well doing the same with Dortmund, and that was it really. Real Madrid against Sevilla, knocking them out. QPR knocking Arsenal out as well, taking names here. And Cardiff taking United as well out. And then Cardiff and QPR in an all non-Super League semi-final. On the other side, you have an all Spanish Super League final between Sevilla and United. And Sevilla and Madrid, sorry. And then in the final, QPR not really standing a chance against Real Madrid. Losing out 3-0. But QPR in the final of a Super League Cup competition, which is quite interesting. Let's have a look at the FA Cup, the Dream Anything Can Happen Cup. Where is that FA Cup 3rd round? Let's see. Let's go straight into the 5th round here so we can have a better overview. Wolves making it that far, but losing out Sevilla. Any teams here get through? No. Wolves, Cardiff, Reading, QPR, they put up the biggest fight, but ultimately no non-Super League team made it into the quarterfinals. Real Madrid beating City on penalties, and then in the semis we had Sevilla and Real Madrid again. Madrid winning that one on penalties. Arsenal, the ultimate European Super League champions, losing out to PSG, and then PSG getting a trophy. They got relegated, yet they won the FA Cup. PSG, the Wigan of European Super League. I wonder if they'll get relegated again. Only time will tell, and we shall have to see. On to the big one now, the Champions League. Is a European Super Cup team. Yes, a European Super Cup team is going to win it. Let's take it out to the first knockout round. So we have Madrid, FC Porto, and then Sporting losing to Juventus there. Leverkusen losing out. So in the quarterfinals, no non-European Super League, so that holds out quite well for my arrangement of the teams at least. I'm happy with that. Real Madrid once again in the semi-finals, and Real Madrid have a matchup against Bayern Munich in the European Champions Cup final. So the European Super League's FA Cup basically. Let's see how that one goes. Real Madrid have beaten Bayern Munich in the European Champions Cup, UEFA Champions League final, European Super League final, whatever you want to call it. They've won the cup, beating Bayern 2-0. Rodriguez, who's on loan now at Bayern, scoring the first goal, and Alvaro Morata for the Chelsea striker now, scoring the second goal in the last few minutes. So who knows what would have happened if these squads were changed a bit, but winning it quite strongly there. If we look at both squads have boasted a very strong squad. Kiko Casilla though starting for Real Madrid, so we can only imagine that. Let me see if Navas was there. No, Navas is out, so must have had an injury there, but apart from that, very strong squads, and they won the match anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Manuel Neuer having a horrible game there, 5.9 for him, and other than that, pretty much Real Madrid winning the cup, Arsenal winning the league. We look at the player stats. Top scorers are Luis Suarez with 20 goals, Dybala at 20 goals as well, Icardi also 20 goals, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, Ibrahimovic, Messi, Griezmann. So the top scorers in each of the individual leagues are still the top scorers basically in the European Super League as well. Alexis Sanchez with the most assists. Most clean sheets is Keylor Navas. So he's injured. We missed out in the final there for Madrid, but he got the most clean sheets in the league. Least conceded, Petr Cech for Arsenal, so that is also quite accurate. Neymar with the most dribbles, obviously. And Alexis Sanchez, the key man for Arsenal in their victory, along with Mesut Ozil. That's it from me for this Football Manager 2017 experiment. We're going to keep this one running, maybe after a couple of seasons, see how it goes. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated. I'm going to wish you a good one, and I am going to see you in the next one. Ciao.